my name is Stephanie and I'm a South African travel and lifestyle blogger and vlogger, and I've recently been very obsessed with organization and storage. So if you see my videos, you'll notice just that. But in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how I'm able to travel in South Africa's sort of economy, because I do get questions here and there regarding it because it's so expensive. So if you want to hear more about how I'm able to do so, make sure to watch this video further. So when I talk about travel, I don't mean going overseas, because A, it's really expensive, and also I can't actually afford it, and thirdly, I'm not actually interested. So, not to put a dent on anyone who wants to go overseas, you're more than welcome to. So for those of you who don't know, I reside in the Western Cape, one of the 9 provinces in South Africa, and in the Western Cape we've got the popular destination Cape Town, and I know everyone flocks to Cape Town to see all that is good here, but everyone misses the small towns that make up the Western Cape. And so my husband and I started the Small Towns Matter hashtag, and we are going out there exploring every small town you can think of. That does not mean we're excluding the other provinces. We were fortunate enough to go to Durban in KwaZulu-Natal 3 years ago, and about 2 years ago we did a road trip alongside the Garden Route, as well as some parts of the Eastern Cape. This year we're obviously planning another road trip to explore sort of the Northern Cape, and then I think the Northwest, and then coming back into the Eastern Cape, doing a little bit of small towns up there, and still exploring some Western Cape small towns as well. So fingers crossed that we're able to do that at the end of this year. But the reason why I wanted to do this video is because a lot of my friends and family have been asking me about how Courtney and I are able to sort of afford even traveling to small towns, because let's just be real, a lot of us do not have that extra money left after we've paid all the bills to even think about traveling, and even traveling in our backyard can be expensive. So I totally understand, and now that I'm married, I'm in a different ball game, because we've got more adult responsibilities compared to when we were living with our parents and we could travel as much as we wanted to. So I'm gonna tell you guys how I'm able to travel now that I'm a married woman and only having much less more money to spend on doing small towns. And 3 weeks ago, a follower had asked me how I'm able to travel now that everything is so expensive. Fuel is going up, petrol's going up. Also, Cape Town is known as the most expensive place to live in terms of like having a roof over your head. And I know this firsthand because 2/3 of our actual salary goes towards rent. So it is exhausting and daunting, and you are just trying to be afloat, trying to manage your finances, and I'm still struggling with it, even though we have combined incomes now instead of just having separate ones. And like I said, I'm going to speak to you guys about how I'm able to travel now, and I hope you guys can walk away with these tips and hopefully at least go once a year to a small town or anywhere you want to go in South Africa. When it comes to accommodation, I'm someone who loves doing self-catering, and that for me is the most affordable in terms of my pocket. So I use a site called Stay. I discovered them, I want to say last year or the year before, and I worked on a campaign with them. They approached me, and it was the first time I heard of them, and ever since I've been super hooked in using them. Now why I love them this much is because A, they reward you sort of for booking accommodation. So what I mean by that is that when you do sort of, you know, go on a weekend away, I promise you within a day or two after coming back, they actually give you a voucher. So a voucher saying of like 500 Rand if you have spent a minimum of XYZ. And that's what I love. Sometimes they just sort of email you with, here's a voucher for this or here's a voucher for that, obviously with the minimum spend in mind. And that entices me to always look forward to another road trip, and it just saves me so much money. So for example, if my accommodation now that I booked for Hans by the end of this month was 1,200 Rand, but because I had a 500 Rand voucher, of course I only have to spend 700 Rand instead of the whole 1,200, which means I kind of save 500 Rand to either use on fuel or for activities or whatever it is that I want to use it for. So So guys, have a look. You'll see that also they are so nice that you can sort of send these vouchers to anyone. So I sent it to my husband, a friend of mine, and while you're sending those vouchers, you actually receive another voucher. So I received another 300 Rand voucher with a minimum spend of 900 Rand, which means in total my next sort of travel trip will only cost me 600 Rand, depending on what accommodation I choose and the price range. And so guys, go check out Afristay. I love them so much. I've sort of recommended them to a lot of my colleagues who still ask me till this day, is the site for real? And I enjoy it, and it's just made my travel trip that much easier, and I'm saving such a lot of money. I love using Google Maps, and the reason why I love it is not because it sort of navigates me to where point B is, but also because it allows me to sort of see what the distance from where I'm sort of departing to where I am getting to. So I can calculate, should I be only filling up my car once? Should I be filling it twice? You know, how much money am I going to be actually spending towards fuel? And so it will give you an idea of what your budget would be like for a weekend away. And I think it's a really great tool, because then you go with the mindset of, oh, okay, this is actually what everything is going to cost. So if you actually don't know what the kilometers are, because I actually don't know, ask someone who does. So like I asked my husband, because he is the driver, and he would sort of tell me, okay, so much kilometers will be for one full tank, or it will get us halfway there and we'll be able to come back still with that full tank. So it all depends on where you're going. Number 3, so I love going on to town sites. Now what it means is that each sort of town either has like a tourism website where you can see the different restaurants they are, the different activities you can do, and sometimes you can go onto those places' websites and see how much it will all cost. So if you're going on a weekend away where you just simply want to relax, then great, that by all means do so. But if you want to go on a weekend away where you want to do hiking, or you want to go and sit and dine at the various coffee shops or different restaurants they are, then you need to incorporate that into your budget as well. And so for me, we like to start at museums, because museums are actually free, or they range between 5 Rand and 20 Rand, but they don't cost a lot at all. And so it sort of gives us a sense of the establishment of the town and how it sort of came about, and we love doing that. We also do like to do go to sort of like a coffee shop and see or taste some of the cuisines and the local sort of treats that I love to enjoy, and that's why I'll never lose weight, because I love to eat. But those are types of things that you need to incorporate in your budget as well. You know, you got an X amount of money for this, or you can only spend your money, for example, going to a water park, so you don't have money to go to a restaurant. So always think about that. And like I said, each town has a tourism website. Some of them don't, but they've got tourism offices, sorry, in a town that you can visit, and that can give you maybe more detail than what the website can. So always think about that when you are planning a trip to small towns. So the other thing that I like to do, and I mentioned it when I was talking about the accommodation, is self-catering. And the reason why I like that is because I don't have to spend lots of money sitting in a restaurant, and that's where I can save as well. I take a lot of food from my own pantry or my fridge and take it along with me. Obviously it depends on the distance, and when it comes to poultry sort of goods, sometimes, you know, if you're doing an hour or hour and a half road trip, then you're able to sort of pack your meat in. I like to sort of put it in a cooler bag and then put ice cubes on top of it, because they are frozen when I take it out of the freezer. Sometimes I really can't, because the distance is too long for me to have this poultry in my boot. So I would have to sort of have some cash on hand to go to a supermarket within the town. So for me, self-catering is the best way, because I save on me having to dine every night or every morning or at lunchtime even at different restaurants, because we are bloggers. Is that we do the self-catering, we make sure that it's a braai facility, so that we're able to braai, Because if you're on holiday, you really don't want to stand behind the stove, and then maybe, for instance, Saturday lunch you would go to a coffee shop and just have like a light meal. And so we're still exploring, but only using the bare minimum of our budget to actually go and eat out. And I would also recommend you guys sort of putting in sort of, well, how to say, patkos, so roadside food along with you, because you do get hungry and you do want to nibble. So think about those things as well, instead of you having to stop alongside the road and having to buy sort of goods when you have the goods at home. Because this is not sort of an international trip that I'm speaking about, obviously some of the tips are very bare minimum, and just sort of seeing different ways that you are able to save and budget for your next trip. So if I were to ever go internationally, that would be a video on its own, because it's different, like visas and passports and a whole lot of technical things when it comes to travel. And I know YouTube has such a lot of videos that can tell you more about that. I know nothing about it. When I do go, I probably would use YouTube as a source of resources and sort of finding out what's going on. But this is the tips that I use for when I do small towns or doing a road trip. So I really hope that this sort of helped you to sort of plan your next road trip somewhere in South Africa, somewhere wherever you reside in, you know. I always love enjoying it. I love the people, I love the different characteristics that come with it, and just the local flavor. And there's always something different in terms of cuisine. You know, I bring home a lot of souvenirs that sort of represents the town, and that's what I love. That's why I am obsessed with small towns. My husband and I have done about 76 towns thus far, and we've got a few more lined up for this year. As you mentioned, I'm hoping to do this road trip, and that is all. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If there's any other videos in terms of travel that you want to know about, let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, or you're more than welcome to subscribe and join this family of a lot of different topics on the channel. And I hope to see you guys soon.